Ryan the Great, and today we are talking about the Eagles' win over the Houston Texans last night. What a great game. At least one Philly team got the dub from me. The Phillies obviously lost, and I'm pissed off, and I am exhausted dealing with the Phillies. No Phillies videos until the series is over. I've promised myself that I'm not going to do a Phillies video until that series is over because I just get too nervous when I'm filming about the Phillies right now. But we talk about the Eagles, who did really well. They didn't completely ransack the Houston Texans like I thought, but they still got the job done. So we're going to be talking about that. But before we talk about that, guys, make sure you subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Leading the Great Vlogs. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitch at Running the Great Podcast. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. So, as I just said, the Eagles didn't completely ransack the Texans. I think it might have been because of the fact that it was a short week, so that could have been a problem. But, I mean, they still won by, 12 points, I think it was, so they still did really well. Jalen Hurts, baby, he was amazing again. Obviously, a top 3 quarterback in the NFL right now. I really don't know if there's much of a debate. Completing 77% of his passes, 243 yards, and 2 touchdown throws, one to Dallas Goedert and one to A.J. Brown. His receivers are getting open, and he is putting it right on the money. I think there was only pass that was not on the money, and I think a lot of the incomplete passes were when his receivers were not open. So it's clear when his receivers get open, he's doing really well. He keeps passing really accurately, a lot better than last year. We know this. His ability to extend the plays this game, was able to get out of the pocket really well, not take a hit, and get the ball at Goddard. I think he did really well there, and he scanned the field really well. Something about Hurts was when, there's a short pass, like a 5-yard pass, but then he can easily put it right on the money for a 10-yard pass, so he likes to go that extra mile, and he's always converting on it. I'm really proud of what he's doing right now. Miles Sanders was great once again, proving why he deserves that contract. Once again, he's averaging over 80 yards a game. This game, he had 96 yards. He created his own holes. He went through the holes of the offensive line. He's doing absolutely amazing. He deserves that contract. Let's just give it to him now, baby. The Batman, not so much done. Swole Batman, 4 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown. I would have liked if they went to him a little bit more, but they were double-teaming him on a few occasions. And there were a few times that he was open, but I know one was overthrown to him, and they really didn't target him that much. I think it's because they were double-teaming him a lot, and there's a lot of, bait to throw it to him. But I don't know. Skinny Batman, not that much done. Only 2 catches for 22 yards. I'm kind of upset that he's not getting involved a lot this year, but that's not really okay. But hopefully he'll have one of those games like from Washington. So I don't know. If Swole's not doing that much, let's just get it to Skinny. So what can you do? Fast Batman, from the first drive, I thought this was going to be his game. He had those 2 catches, and he looked pretty good. But then they just didn't go to him after. He did, I think it was, 2 catches for 25 yards. I was upset they didn't go to him because I was thinking, yes, this is going to be his game. He's going to be that X factor that I've been saying that he could be. But what can you do? I'll tell you who did have a great game, though, and that was Dallas Goedert. He has been stepping up to the plate. Honestly, he deserves a contract, too. He is absolutely amazing. He is 100% a top 5 tight end. He can block, he can catch, and he proved that he can catch with 8 catches for 100 yards and 1 touchdown. He exposed the Houston's inexperienced linebacker core in coverage. Nobody could cover him. There were a lot of times where there was nobody 5 to 10 yards in front or behind him. Yada, yada, yada. And he ran those dig routes and those corner routes beautifully. I think his touchdown was on the corner route. I'm not entirely sure, but he did run those dig routes. He was able to help Hurts when he was under pressure and he had to get out of the pocket. He ran just across the field, got the ball, first down. I know he had a couple third down catches. So that was really good too, keeping the drive alive. My offensive line was not as great, while they did do a great job of blocking for Sanders and creating holes. The pass rush was all right. They did give up 4 sacks, and Hurts was pressured a lot. There were a few times where Hurts escaped the pocket, and he was able to dance around the defenders, but that's okay, I think. But I think there was a little bit of miscommunication issues with the offensive line. Hurts and Kelsey did not have the best communication this game. And that did cause the fumble because Hurts was not expecting the snap. And I know there's another time where Hurts was not expecting the snap again, but I think it was like a first down anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, no, it does matter. We need to figure that out because we can't be doing this when we're facing teams like the Titans and even the Packers, who are not as good right now. Still, Aaron Rodgers will convert off for any opportunity. So we can just figure that out. But once again, short week, miscommunication. You can get away with that against the Houston Texans, but not when we get into the hard part of the schedule. Moving on. My run defense was absolute trash. I think that's the one time I've said that anything on the Eagles has looked trash this year. That was so bad. The whole game, they just looked so bad. I don't know. I think maybe it could be because Jordan Davis was not in there, but if that's the case, maybe you might have to develop a guy like Williams, or I don't know how to say his name. I think he's number 95, Milipatua. I don't know how you say his name. I'm sorry, but I think it's something like what I just said, Milipatui. I really don't know. So we could develop them to become run defenders, but you have to figure out somebody that's going to be a run defender. I think they just need to wrap. It's simple. You just need to wrap the running back. There was too much of just trying to hit him with your shoulders, and I know he broke once Gardner Johnson hit him with his shoulder. He broke for another 10 yards. We can't be doing that. We have to just tackle him. There is a play, though, I think that could help us. What is going on out there? Holy goodness gracious. I think a play that we could use is, if we know that the run is coming, have guys like Reddick and Brandon Graham or even Robert Quinn on the outside, because stick on the outside. Don't rush too much because you're not going to get them running up the middle. And early in the game, they were doing a lot of tosses, and Graham and Reddick were already, at Davis Mills, and the ball was already on the edge, and Pierce was getting so many yards. And then I think on the defensive line, there was too much of a pinch in the middle. I feel like we just need to just run straight forward, because with Pierce, it was either he ran one side or he ran other. He never really ran through the A. He ran through the A gap, but he looked like he was running through the B gap. I don't know. It was very weird. Very, very weird. We need to figure this out somehow, though. The pass rush was really good, though. We kept Mills under pressure a lot, made him escape the pocket, and my man T.J. Edwards was able to clean that up pretty quickly, made sure he didn't get too many yards out of that. Devon Hargrave finally coming out of his shadow with the Jordan Davis injury. Obviously, we don't want Jordan Davis to get hurt because, I guess he's more valuable than I really think he is, though he's a terrible pass rusher and he's always out. But we're not going to give any Jordan Davis hate right now. With the Jordan Davis injury, Devon Hargrave has been able to get more snaps, and he's played really well. He was tied for the most tackles on the team, and he had 3 sacks. Could have had at least 5, maybe 4 or 5 sacks, but I think there were a few missed tackles in the backfield, but that's okay. He's still looking really great right now. I think he gets 5 sacks on the season, something like that. So yeah, he did really well there. My man T.J. Edwards, I'm telling you, I love T.J. Edwards. I'm loving what he's doing. He's now 7th in tackles in the NFL. He had 7 tackles against Houston. I'm really proud of what T.J. Edwards is doing. He's stopping, extra yard. He's doing the little things. He's stopping runners from getting extra yards. He's making sure the quarterback does not escape the pocket. He did a great job on Kyler Murray, I feel. He did a good job with Mills, too, who I guess they said on broadcast that he wants to use more of his legs, so they did a great job of stopping him. Great job by my man T.J. Edwards. I'm loving what he's doing. Hassan Reddick, he had a bit of a quiet game. Didn't really apply much pressure either. It was more the interior defensive line. So, I know he'll pick it up. He's Hassan Reddick. He's playing absolutely amazing. He actually was pretty good in coverage. I know he saved a touchdown on their tight end. I don't know their tight end's name, but I know he saved a touchdown, so that was good. He's showing back from his Arizona days. That was pretty good. The secondary, they didn't really have to do much. Mills only completed 13 of his passes, and they never went to Slay, so it's clear that he's shutting everybody down. Bradbury, I don't know. He just didn't look like himself. He wasn't deflecting the ball as much. I don't know. It was something off about Bradbury, but he did have an interception, but it was more thrown. It was thrown exactly to him. So, it's all right. I know he'll pick it up. He's doing really well this season. C.J. Johnson, Gardner Johnson. Well, C.J. Johnson, Gardner Johnson, whatever, same thing. He's leading the NFL in interceptions, and he's going to go to the Pro Bowl for having the ball tipped to him on every interception that he gets. It's pretty comical, but I like it, of course. Obviously, I want one of my guys to lead the league in interceptions. But he's still doing really good in coverage. I just thought I'd give him a shout-out for, Sorry. Leading the league in interceptions. I don't know. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, to the bottom line. You get 10 days off a short week, so that's really good. You're still undefeated. Wasn't the prettiest win, but great teams always find a way to win, and they did a great job of that last night. I said great 2 times in 1 sentence. I don't think any English teacher's going to be happy that I said that. But maybe there's some English teachers in the comments. Let me know. All right. The Texans. Well, just a little bit about them. The offense was pretty much the run game only. Pierce had a really great game. He had 139 yards rushing. Just could never convert into a touchdown, which was kind of a shame for them. Obviously, I'm not complaining, but whatever. Davis Mills, he was pretty bad. He only completed 13 passes and threw 2 interceptions. He did throw 2 touchdowns, but the 2 interceptions kind of overshadowed that, I feel. The offensive line did really well. They blocked for Pierce really great. The defense was pretty bad. They were just giving up too many points. The secondary couldn't defend anyone. They were lucky Brown wasn't in target anymore because he would have ate them alive. But they did have Goddard eat them alive, so what can you do? The run defense was pretty bad. If Sanders really didn't load up on carries, they probably would have given up a lot more yards. The bottom line, you put up a good fight against the Eagles, but you're still 1-6-1, and once again, you're bad, and you have an average quarterback. You do have a lot of draft picks, but there's really not much you can go from here. The tanking process might be starting right now. You're halfway through the season, and you only have 1 win, and you have tied, which is pretty bad. Yeah, so that's going to do it for this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother, Ryan the Great Blogs. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitch, at Ryan the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.